Hello boys and girls, today we are going to look at what we need to do to make the submarine page and the hot air balloon page in our big blue books. For this you will need your big blue book, your watercolor paints that were in your stationery pack, glue from your stationery packs, wax crayons from your stationery pack, and a paintbrush that came with your watercolors, or if you have a sponge or a fat paintbrush, you can use those. And because we are going to be using our watercolors, a cup of water. The background for both the hot air balloon and the submarine are the same. We are going to find the correct page in our big blue book, and we are going to paint the entire page blue. If we go to page number 16 in our big book, it says Transport Submarine. So we are going to turn this entire rectangle blue. When I am working with my watercolor paints, I need to be careful that I don't make my page too wet, because then my paper will tear. I'm going to dip my brush in the water. I'm going to find blue on my watercolor paints. I'm going to make my brush nice and wet with the blue, and then using nice big strokes from left to right, I'm going to paint my whole page where my submarine's supposed to be blue, starting at the left, going to the right and back again, making sure I reach all the ends. All the way across, from left to right, turning the entire background blue for the submarine under the water. Hopefully, before you have started painting the background in your book, you have watched the video clips on a submarine and how submarines work. Because it is our background, we do not need the blue to be extremely dark, because we are going to be adding our submarine to this page. When we need to do our hot air balloon, we are going to find page number 17 and do the same. Welcome back, boys and girls. We are now going to do the submarine part of our picture. For this, you will need your piece of colored paper from your stationery pack, scissors, glue, a pencil, and some wax crayons. Let's get started with drawing our submarine. An easy way to draw a submarine is to start with an egg or oval shape. So on your colored piece of paper, we're going to draw a nice big oval egg shape. Then, towards the front of our egg shape, we are going to add a curved line. And then we are going to add 3 windows to our submarine. These windows are circles. Next, we're going to add the periscope. That's the special instrument people who work on submarines use to see out the water. So it's a rectangle on the top with a tall rectangle coming out of it. Next, we are going to add the fins, which is 2 triangles. On the sides like that. And lastly, we're going to add a propeller. Once you have finished drawing your submarine, you will need to cut it out. Now remember, when we cut, we keep our scissor hand still and we turn the paper. So taking your scissors in your cutting hand, pick up your paper and cut along the line you made for your submarine. Be careful Can you see how I am twisting and turning the paper as I cut and keeping my scissor hand straight? All the way around our submarine, making sure we don't cut any of our pieces off. Following the line as closely as we can. And across the top, the periscope. And around the front. Once you have cut out your submarine, you are going to put glue on the back and stick it into your big book. You can decide whether you want your submarine on the left or the right or in the middle, near the top or near the bottom. I think I'm going to place my submarine right here in the middle. Now to add the rest of the details we would like. We want at least 3 fish swimming under the sea that our submarine explorers can be watching. So I'm going to draw my first fish over here. Colouring in my fish. Going to use a blue for my fish's eye. There is one fish. I'm then going to use a different colour and I'm going to draw my second fish over here. Remember, I said we want 3 fish. So I have now drawn 2. And I have 1 more fish to go. I think that my next fish is going to come swimming from behind my submarine. I've decided to make this one a black fish. What color have you chosen for your fish? Then, because under the sea there are interesting plants that grow, we want to make 7 strands of seaweed. And seaweed is actually lots of fun to draw. It's a wavy line up and down. There's 1 strand of seaweed. This one's going to go near the fish 2. This one I'm going to make it go up sideways. 3. 4. 5. 6. And my last one, 7 strands of seaweed. And we are going to add some sand along the bottom, for the bottom of our ocean. So I'm going to use a brown and draw my wavy line of sand, and then color in the sand along the bottom. If you would like to add more than the 3 fish and the 7 strands of seaweed to your picture, you can add whatever else you think your submarine explorers would want to see. Don't forget, when you are finished, to choose which face you would like to color in. Are you happy with what you've done? You're not so sure? Or you think you could have done better? Have fun creating your very own undersea submarine adventure.